So, I want to talk about the toxicity of the Star Wars community, because I've been part of this community for quite a while now. Even before I started a Star Wars channel, I've always been a Star Wars fan, and to have people, talk about the same things I like, watching videos on and stuff like that is a cool thing, and many fandoms have that. I'm not saying that Star Wars invented that, but it goes to a point where over the decades, this fandom has been around. It has created a lot of toxicity. And I'm not the first person to talk about this whatsoever. I'm just giving my point of view about this because I'm not someone who is, really into the community 100% really anymore. And I'll explain why I'm not. But the community, the Star Wars community, is very toxic. And especially over the last couple of years, when The Last Jedi released, that's when everything happened. That's when the split happened. That's when everything just went to shit. I'm just gonna be blunt. The Last Jedi split the fandom. That film completely ruined the fandom to a lot of people. It actually did, because the fandom before that wasn't as toxic. Yes, there was. Like Star Wars, ever since I would say the special editions back in the 90s, that's when the toxicity began, with the special editions. This wave of hate is always there. Because these people, ever since The Last Jedi came out and the whole hate wave began, and, hating Lucasfilm and whatever, it's not, it's true. People make these claims that, the toxicity came when The Last Jedi came out. If The Last Jedi was good, toxic fandom wouldn't be there, but it's not true. They would always be there, because Star Wars naturally just obtained it. And I think it's a simple fact that people don't like new stuff. People only like the old stuff. It takes time to get used to the new stuff. People don't like change. People don't like when everything that you ever knew is completely changed. And it's going to take a long time for people to get used to the sequel trilogy. It's not going away. Same with the prequel trilogy. There is a pattern that people are so oblivious to. I love seeing people be like, oh, this stuff is terrible. Like these young people, my people my age, because I don't think adults really are the one that are being toxic this time. Because when the prequels came out, the mainstream media was these old people, news stations and the Hollywood. They were just making fun of the prequel trilogy, and now it's online presence now on YouTube. There has been so much of these narratives being strung up that Disney does not care about Star Wars, and to a certain extent they're right, but not everything in Star Wars is bad that Disney has made. Yes, the sequel trilogy is very decisive, and depending on the person, you'll like it or hate it. Some of these claims that every Disney Plus original, video game, book, novel, whatever, is just bad. That is absurd. There has been a lot of stuff that I like that Disney has made, but there's some stuff that I don't like. And even in certain projects, like in the Disney Plus original series, there's stuff that I like, stuff that I don't like, but overall I do enjoy it. Now, these certain YouTube channels I'm not going to name because there's so many, that every time a new show comes out, or even a trailer, the first day, when the initial reaction of all the fandom is optimism. They're like, oh, this could be good, I hope it's good, hope this is a return to Star Wars. But the next day, when these YouTube channels make their videos, they do it in the most negative way possible. They say it's going to ruin Star Wars, it's woke, all that crap that are basically lies, essentially, and gets the fandom riled up, because the Star Wars community, the reason why it's so toxic is because they're all sheep. And I understand, there's a general consensus that the original trilogy is good, the prequel trilogy is now good, but the sequel trilogy is bad. That is a general consensus, but there are people in the fandom that like certain things more than others. We are all different. We're all human beings that like different stuff. I think that The Rise of Skywalker is better than The Last Jedi, But the general consensus is that The Rise of Skywalker is worse than The Last Jedi, that it's the worst Star Wars film ever to be made, which is not true. You know, I've been watching all sorts of Star Wars stuff. The Rise of Skywalker is like a masterpiece compared to the stuff I've seen, like the holiday special and Ewok films that you should never see. It's just the general population of Star Wars fans don't even know those exist. Even though it's on Disney Plus, they'll never watch it because it's not part of their system. No one talks about it, so they're never going to know about it. What I'm getting at is that it's annoying watching videos being so negative. I've stopped watching videos being so negative. And I see these videos on, like, my homepage, you know, I scroll and I see these negative videos. Oh, the Book of Boba Fett's the worst thing ever. A couple months later, oh, how Kenobi's the worst thing ever. I bet, you know, like with the Bad Batch, oh, that's the worst thing ever. When Andor comes out, oh, that's gonna be the worst thing ever. Like, everything's the worst thing ever. If everything's bad, then why are you still here then, reviewing this stuff? Why? Why are you a fan of Star Wars and covering all the new stuff if you don't like it? Why cover something that you don't like? That's what I don't get. Why are you a fan of this new stuff? Why are you even subscribed to Disney Plus then? If you criticize the platform so much, if you criticize the way Disney makes these shows, why are you still subscribed to the platform? Why are you still watching this? If you really want to watch something, eventually, you know, there's an episode that you like, you can just watch it on YouTube, you just watch a clip of it. But no, it's because these YouTubers specifically make revenue. They realized they're monetizing the hate and the toxicity, which is my biggest gripe. Why are you doing that? Star Wars is a place of escapism. It's a place where you can talk about this amazing franchise and you just talk about all the negative stuff. How Star Wars sucks. How Kathleen Kennedy sucks. How Rian Johnson sucks. How the sequel trilogy sucks. How everything that Disney makes sucks. All of Star Wars sucks now. And it's like, that is a terrible way to contribute to the franchise and the fandom. And I stopped watching it. My perspective on Star Wars has greatly improved. I like Star Wars more now because I stopped watching these negative videos. You know, and I watched these videos since Last Jedi came out. Now, if there's something worth criticizing, of course I'm going to watch it, because, for example, the Book of Boba Fett, I've said, it's not a good show. The first 4 episodes are very boring and are kind of bad. Now, if there's a video talking about why the Book of Boba Fett is bad, I'll watch it because I do agree with that. And there is actual criticism to be made from it. And usually when I watch videos of that series, the reviews are more fair because there is something to criticize. But in shows like Kenobi or The Mandalorian, yes, there is still stuff to criticize, but it's mainly just like, oh, this is bad. Kenobi is a weak-old man. Oh my god, Moses Ingram. Oh my god, woke. This new character is woke. Is ruining the series. This is not about Obi-Wan anymore. Oh, The Mandalorian is not about Mando anymore. This is bad. They say all the stuff that's bad. And some of it's false. Like, I'm like, are we watching the same show here? No, I'm not a Disney shill. When I see something that's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. Like with the Book of Boba Fett, it's a bad show. And I hope they don't do a second season because it's just a waste of time. But with a lot of stuff that the fandom has said, it is all, you know, most of it's fake. It's just false to get views, to get clicks. And that's something when you realize you're kind of getting clickbaited. The fandom, you know, these YouTubers, you know, the toxic community it's been growing because, you know, more of these videos are being boosted in the algorithm, and it's just so annoying. Like I said, I stopped watching these type of videos, and I'm glad I did. I stopped. I still see them, because, you know, they're getting viral on the internet somewhat, so I just don't watch them, and I'm glad I don't watch these negative videos anymore about whatever Disney product, Disney Star Wars product they're talking about. And I'm done. I want to hear positive stuff. I'm tired of hearing negative stuff. In today's day and age, you always hear negative stuff. I want to hear positive stuff. That's why YouTube channels that cover positive topics and news are on the rise now, because people are tired of hearing negative stuff all the time. I want to hear positive stuff. I want to hear someone talk about good things about Kenobi. And the same with everything with Disney Star Wars. I want to hear something good about it, because that's a different change of pace. And if something needs to be criticized, then that's fine. Stuff can be criticized. When you go after something that isn't necessarily a bad thing in the grand scheme of things, then maybe leave it alone. But most of these YouTubers in the fandom, they don't. So I'm gonna leave it up there. But I'm gonna go now. So goodbye, everyone.